Alrighty, guys, we are live today. And guys, in today's live, what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna show you how, from my phone, I will be able to ask information to my assistant to go find me leads, and my assistant is actually going to find the leads that I want. It is basically going to contact those leads, going to close those leads, and it's going to generate sales from my business. All this sitting here in this beanbag here next to the pool at my house. Okay? If that is something that you're interested in, then stick around. I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Okay, so let me explain like the story behind this is everything will happen from this phone, guys. People talk about laptop lifestyle. I will show you how you can do smartphone lifestyle. So when I was a kid, I was watching this series called Knight Rider, and there was this car that you could command with your voice, and I've always wanted to do it, and this is exactly what we're going to do now. So what I'm going to demonstrate here is I'm basically going to ask my phone. I'm going to talk in my phone, and I'm going to ask my phone to find me the contact of decision makers for creative agencies in Houston, Texas, that have between 100 and 200 employees, for example. And just to show you a proper business case, I'm going to ask my AI to send it to one person in particular in my company. So here I have, as you can see here on the screen, there's something that says lead generation Susan. Susan does not exist. It's just an example. So I want you to imagine that if you had Bob and if you had Susan, you could decide which one of them is going to get the leads. Okay. So without further ado, let me demonstrate the thing in practice, and you're going to see it's very, very cool. So I want you to keep an eye on this, the list here. So I'm going to ask my AI to go out and fetch me the information. Hello, Kit. I want you to go and find me decision makers of creative agencies in Houston, Texas. And I want the creative agency to be between 1 and 200 employees. And when you're done, can you please send the leads over to Susan? Thank you. That's it, guys. My job is done, and I can go relax. So what's going to happen? So here I'm showing you the leads arrive, but at the same time as they arrive here, they will go to an email automation, they will go to a CRM, and a series of actions are going to be performed. So if we wait a little bit here, you're going to see that my robot is looking for the information. It's getting all this information that you see here, and it's also going to create an icebreaker. So based on all the information that it found, it's also going to write a first personalized message to the person so that when I contact them, they actually feel like I'm a human and not a robot. Okay, so it's working in the background, and guess what? Look at this. And the beauty of this is I got a message back from my automation that is basically telling me that the job is done. Okay, and it's an audio message. Let me hopefully you can hear this message.
Okay, Michael, the leads have been added in Susan's pipe.
All right, so it says, okay, Michael, the leads have been added in Susan's pipe. So now, why do I say Michael? It's simply because in Knight Rider, when I was a kid, the guy was calling the car, his name was Michael, and the name of the car is Kit. So my robot's name is Kit, and when it replies, it's saying Michael. Okay, so guys, I don't know if you guys realize what this means. Just with my phone, okay, just with my phone, I was able to do this. So let me try and make myself a little bit smaller here. So I want you guys to realize something. Is what does that mean for you? Okay, and I will give you like more applications of what you've just seen here and what you could actually do with this stuff. All right, so imagine, again, I just demonstrated something here, which is you have different people in your team. Okay, remember so here I have an example with Susan, and then I have an example with Martin. You can see that Martin doesn't have anything. So now, guess what? Let's do another test this time, and this time we're going to send it to Martin. So you will see the difference. You'll see how smart the robot is. So this time, let's say Martin is in charge of the Los Angeles area, okay, or yeah, Los Angeles, okay. And this time we're looking for advertising agencies in creative agencies in San Diego. Let's do this, okay? All right. Hey, Kit, I want you to look for me managing, so business owners of a creative agency in San Diego, California, and the size is between 1 and 200 employees. And when you're done, can you please send that to Martin this time? Thank you very much. All right, and you will see that this time is going to be sent to this pipe, which is Martin's pipe, which is my pipe. Okay, so this is one of the applications of what I wanted to show you guys is if you have different team members and these team members are on different verticals or anything like that, you can basically go out, like you can say team members, you can send it to a different funnel, whatever it is. Let's say it's a different automation. You can do everything from your phone. And the next step for me is going to be like in Knight Rider, I'm actually going to get like a connected watch, and I'm just going to talk to my watch and then it's going to do the job. So right now it's doing the work, and guess what? Look at this. And now it went into Martin's pipe, right? So you can see here we had Susan, and then here we have Martin. And for each and every one of them, there is a personalized sentence that we have created that will basically, when I'm contacting that person, then they're going to feel like, oh, I actually read their bio and stuff, okay? So multiple things that you can do when you have a tool like this. First of all, and before we go down to the nitty gritty of the different things that you could do is, can I go full screen here? Oh yeah, I can go full screen actually. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then I can come back. Okay, so, because now I need to explain this concept to you. So what you can do is, I just showed you here. When people tell you that you can make like passive income and you can have things working for you when you're not there, this is exactly what I showed you. Now, the difference with the other things that I do is I program it once, and then it kind of like knows what to do, and it will, it has a certain number of parameters. It will go out and try to come up with, but it's pretty much standardized. Here in this case, I created something that's ad hoc. It means, let's say I'm talking to someone. I go out in Bali, I go to this, I don't know, co-working space or restaurant or something, and I'm talking to someone and they give me an idea. They're like, oh man, you know what? I work with Italian restaurant owners in Pasadena, and this is what I do with them. And I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And I'll just basically say, hey, Kit, can you please find me the restaurant owners in Pasadena, blah, 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 and put it in my pipe. Boom. That's it. Okay. And all of this will happen while I'm here in the pool. I'm actually going to jump in my pool right after this, right? So now a few things that you can do. You can send it to different funnels. You can send it to different people in your company. Now, one of the reasons why I built this stuff is I have a bunch of friends that are in sales, and they told me that, dude, like finding those leads, qualifying the leads first, see, the size of the company, gathering all the information, then trying to get hold of the decision maker is insane. It takes 97% of their time. 97% of their job is doing this stuff. And then once they manage to go past the gatekeepers and all that kind of stuff, maybe they can actually talk to someone. Here in this case, guys, as you can see, let me try and bring it back to you guys. Here, dude, like, have you seen how easy it was? So even just to help your sales team. So imagine you're like a CEO or something, right? And you have an idea. Oh, well, we're going to this business. Send that over to Susan. All right. And then you brief Susan. Okay, Susan, this is what I'm thinking. Can you try and create some sort of funnel that does this, blah, blah, blah. Or I'm thinking about doing this. Let me send you some leads. Done. Okay. Or you want to help your sales team. Let's say you're a sales manager. The better your sales team does, the better you do. The better your bonus, the better the company bonus, the better everybody's happy. Okay. So these are some of the things that you can do. You can send it directly to a team member, just like I showed you here. I just demonstrated. You can basically send it to different people. Now, something else that you can do is, so these people they're probably, let's say I'm running ads. Me right now, I'm not running ads, right? But back in the days when I was running ads, I had a secret. What I can do is I could take these people, and because I have their contact, I can add them into a custom audience. All right. And then once I've done it enough, then I have me trying to find those people with the criteria, the audience, it would have been very complicated. But here, I can build a custom audience of the people that I want. And when I run my ads, they're a lot more successful than the other ones. And then I save a whole bunch of money. Okay. And what else can you do with this stuff as well? Is, yeah, obviously they will go, like, I can add those people into an email series, right? So I have an email series that's already prepared, and they just go into my CRM, they go into an email series, and then what I want to do is, let's say I want those people to see enough of my content to decide that, hey, you know what, I think I've seen enough, let me talk to this guy, or let me buy their stuff. Okay, so that's one other thing that I can do. But one thing that you can do as well is, so for most of them, I have the email. So for example, you can see in here, there are 2 of them I don't have the email for, and I'm hiding the email. I don't want to reveal people's emails, you know, they didn't have to be on this video. But I also have their LinkedIn. So what I can do is I can basically go on their LinkedIn, and then I can message them. I can, you know, start interacting with them on LinkedIn, right? You can see how it opens different perspectives. And all this, guys, just with this phone. I mean, I don't know, like, you guys don't realize what this video is for me. This is a video that I've been wanting to do since I was a little kid in the elementaries. All my life, I wanted to have a machine like Kit that I could call and it will do stuff. And I've finally been able to do it. Okay. So this is what I have for you guys for today. It's absolutely marvelous. I just demonstrated that here. Now, if you are interested in learning how to do stuff like this, now what I have for you is you have to work with me then. And I can build a system like this for you if you qualify. Because I don't know if you guys realize the potential of this stuff. You can be anywhere. You can be on holiday. You know, like people who never disconnect on holiday and stuff. You can be on holiday. It takes you a second. You're talking to some dude, some chick who's telling you about their business. You're like, oh man, this is fantastic. And then you just ask Kit to go out and do this stuff. And then boom. Now, in the future, what I'm going to do is also, I'm basically going to tell Kit to do more stuff. I'm going to tell Kit, okay, Kit, can you please look for these business owners and stuff. And then what I want you to do, I want you to write an email sequence for those business owners. And then I want you then to drip feed them into that email sequence. And I want the email sequence to say this. And go in my, let's say in my YouTube, find the best performing content from my YouTube, and then you spread them out in that email sequence. And then these people, they're going to get there. And all this stuff is going to be possible. The first step for me was to be able to find the leads, right? Because this is the kind of the lifeblood of your business. If you have leads, if you have sales, then your business is going to grow. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is, for me, this is the best video that I could have done, because again, this was my dream since I was a kid, and it's finally possible. So anyway, if you've seen the demo, if you think like, oh my God, that will change my life, that will change my business, there's going to be a link right under here to see if you want to work with me. So I will explain basically my methodology. What is it that I do? What is it that I don't do? Because it's just as important. And then how, if you want, how you can get to do a strategy session with me. And after the strategy session, if you qualify, then I can build systems like this for you. Okay. Anyway, good vibes from Bali. Hopefully the sound was okay, because there's a lot of background. There's the pool and there's a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe I'm going to try and clean the sound a little bit. And I think this is a pretty good area. I think I'm going to keep this area so that I can make some more videos here. It's much better than being in front of my computer over there. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next episode. Much love from Bali. And guys, I'm the happiest person in the world because I've been able to create the thing that I wanted since I was a kid. And when people say that dreams don't come true, they're lying. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention. If you're interested, make sure you visit the link down below in the description, and I will see you there.